back to News Geelong. 30 plus years ago, the Geelong music scene was led by a vibrant popular band, Grasshopper. The blonde locks of lead singer Greg B was a striking feature, particularly for the girls. And now the good news is, Grasshopper is making a return to the stage for a series of wonderful performances, as Meryl Friend reports.
I'm here at rehearsal with Grasshopper, the band that did all the #1 covers of the 60s and 70s around the pubs in Geelong in the 70s. Now, anyone who loves this style of music wants to get up and have a dance.
Yes, that's right. We used to play at the Golf View, it was in those days, when they called the Sphinx, Grovedale Hotel, the Dinosaur. There's many hotels that employed many bands in those days. Not so many these days. But and we went on New Faces and won New Faces and went on Hey H Saturday and in Melbourne Tonight. A few shows like that on TV in the 70s and had a lot of fun. So the boys have gotten back together after 30 years to reminisce and play some of the old songs and maybe get some of the people that used to follow us out to enjoy some of the music of yesterday.
Well, I have been along to one of your gigs at the RSL. I danced my feet off. It was an absolute ball of a night. Now, for anybody who isn't aware of Grasshopper in the 70s, can you give us an idea of the style of music that you play and the type of songs?
Sure. In the 70s, we were probably doing lots of covers and things like that of the day, which was Beach Boys, Beatles, Doors, Stones, Rolling Stones, yeah, all that sort of thing. And, of course, we did some original songs as well. But you know, like, that was very popular songs then. They were the songs on the charts then. Of course, now it's 30 years ago and it's nostalgia. So, but we play them like we'd like to think people would hear them. Of course, we've got better equipment now. In those days, in the 70s, the speakers were little $20 Plessy things, and the piano was a thing that had little flypaper on it called a Honer that used to make reeds vibrate, and the drum cymbals would ring in your ear for about 3 days after you did your gig because nothing was mic'd up. But of course now we've got electronic drums, and you know, Frank's got a keyboard that does all the sorts of magic things that keyboards with organs built in and things like that. And I've got a pedal board with buttons on the floor and everything. So the new technology has certainly made it much easier to play and more enjoyable, you know. So and being able to recreate some of the sounds that that from the 70s that were done in studios, we can now do it live.
Now, I think it was 5 years ago you decided to come together again. What made you decide to do that?
I think at that time we were doing, it was either Back to the Palais or it was a function at Eastern Beach for the yachting regatta people. So we got together to do that. I think it might have been Back to the Palais, and we sort of really enjoyed it. And so we decided to get back together. So we sort of just had a rehearsal every couple of weeks, had a couple of beers, remember the old times ourselves, cracked a few jokes. So in the last year or two, we've decided to actually go out and do some gigs and play in front of people. And luckily, the gigs we've done have been really, you know, good, full houses, a lot of fun, a lot of people dancing, and we've really enjoyed it. We certainly hope the people have as well.
And so what does the future hold for Grasshopper?
Okay, well, look, we're all over 60, so who knows, you know, but look, we're just going to, you know, play locally around the place. Cole's not over 60, it's the old boys that are. The drummer's is not part of the original band, but he fits in very well. And yeah, but yeah, we're looking forward to sort of playing at a few more venues in Geelong and just seeing people enjoy music from the era. A bit of harmony, Beach Boys songs, things like that. Recordings? And maybe a few recordings, yeah. So look, it's just a real buzz for us to be playing music at this stage and still be alive as well.
And anything original in the future?
Oh, yes. Well, look, we did some original songs. We actually had one that was on the local radio station those days, 3GL, and got up to number 5 on the chart. So we might reincarnate that.
What was that called?
What a Night it was called. Yeah, so look, I've got a little studio here, and we just enjoy doing things. So and enjoy playing music and singing together. So Yeah, you never know. We might have a little little CD out at some point.
From rehearsal with Grasshopper, Merrill Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Merrill. Throughout the continued development of Armstrong Creek, the educational needs for the area have always been to the forefront. In this case, a special needs school will be included in the planned 8 schools overall for the area, as Ian Nichols reports.
Well, News Geelong has learned there'll be a 3rd special school for the Geelong region, possibly on the fast-growing south side. The details are still pretty much hush-hush, but we're able to get an inside view of what is in place with the member for South Barwon, the state member Andrew Kados. Well, Andrew, we've just heard that there are plans for a special school to be established, another special school in the Geelong region, and you've got first-hand knowledge of this. Where and how are we going to find out more about this?
Well, Ian, look, I'm pleased to announce that there'll be a land acquired for a 3rd special school in Geelong. The 2 schools that we have at the moment, Barwon Valley and Nelson Park, do a terrific job, but they are very much at capacity. And again, with the growth in Geelong, we need to cater for all schools, including specialist schools. So there was an allocation in this year's budget for the purchase of land for a 3rd special school in Geelong.
Well, we know that negotiations are always delicate, Andrew. We saw evidence of that down in Torquay when the government was acquiring land for the secondary college and the primary school. And again, you'll be looking for an open area, obviously, where land is as scarce as hen's teeth.
Yeah, look, the Department of Education, the bureaucrats there will be doing their job, looking for various sites. I believe they've got several in mind. They'll be looking to get a preferred site, but those negotiations and processes are taking place. So we'll wait and see what happens with that into the future. But I'm pleased to announce that funding is there to acquire the site for a 3rd special school.
Well, as you've already indicated, a very fast-growing population, and that means we need schools of all kinds, especially special schools where kids are disadvantaged at the moment.
That is correct. So we need that increased capacity, and I've presented petitions to the Parliament about this, and also raised adjournment debates with the Minister for Education calling for a 3rd special school. So I'm particularly pleased that the Minister for Education, the Premier, has taken that on board. They've listened, and the coalition government is acting, purchasing that site for a 3rd special school in Geelong.
Well, we'll keep a close eye on this story, and I guess, Andrew, it's a case of watch this space.
That's right, Ian. So hopefully we'll have an outcome in the very near future.
At the office of Andrew Kados, the member for South Barwon, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. And now the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be partly cloudy, with a chance of light showers in the morning and a top of 19 degrees. Sunday will continue with partly cloudy conditions, a little bit of sunshine and southeasterly winds, and we can expect a top temperature around 21. Monday will start the working week off with areas of morning fog, clearing to then a mostly sunny day and a top of 27. Come on, summer. Tuesday will see a mostly sunny morning before scattered showers develop in the afternoon, but we will reach a top of around 27. Wednesday, partly cloudy with scattered showers, becoming more isolated during the afternoon with a top of a chillier 15. Thursday will continue with cloudy conditions, some sunny periods and a top of 19 degrees. Today we saw a partly cloudy day with some isolated showers. We reached a top of 19 degrees at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And that's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast expected over the next 6 days. Bring on summer. As we go to a break, we'll return with the Wizard of Geelong Sport, Alex Tigani, and his sporting wrap for this week. Be back shortly.
We done 3 segments there.
Yes. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Closer. in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Alex. Another varied and well-presented sports report. And let's hope the weather is kind to the sporting fraternity over this weekend. Now, if you're on the punt tomorrow at Caulfield, we're sticking with Geelong and form. The track will be around a heavy 8 with the rail out 6 metres for the entire circuit. And that leads us to race 6, horse number 2, the Geelong 2012 Horse of the Year, Sartorius, just beaten in its last outing. It's trained by Jamie Edwards and Bruce Elkington and to be ridden by Ryan Maloney with 59 kilo. Loves the track with a bit of sting out of the ground, so good luck, Sartorius.